where you want it.
Bay 12, please.
Hello there Flash fans, and hello there Batman fans, and welcome back to another Bay 12 video review. Today's video is brought to you by our good friends over at Entertainment Earth, who sent us a box of DC Multiverse figures from the Flash movie. So they sent us the Flash, they sent us the Flash, they sent us the Flash, they sent us Supergirl, and they sent us Batman, and then they also sent us the regular Batman as well. This is a full wave of DC Multiverse from the Flash movie outside of the gold label maskless Batman, the gold label Flash, the other version of this Flash, and of course the Batbike, Batmobile, and Batwing in the DC Multiverse line for the Flash movie. Now, we have reviewed the Michael Keaton Batman. We'll go ahead and add the tags to that, so make sure you go check out the Michael Keaton Batman review, link in the description down below. Just go down to the description, you'll read some fun things, and then you'll go, oh hey look, there's the link, and you'll click on that and you can watch that video too. So we will be excluding that figure for this video because we've already covered it. So today we are going to be reviewing the rest of the wave, so we'll be doing Batfleck, we'll be doing Flash, other Flash, Dark Flash, and then of course Supergirl. And we're going to go ahead and start with the star of the film, the Flash. So here we have Barry Allen, the Flash. This is Barry in the signature Flash suit. It looks really good actually. This suit actually looks quite fantastic. They did a really good job on designing a full-on, true-to-form Flash suit for this version of the Flash, for this installment of the Flash film. And it's a shame that we finally got a really good suit design for the character, a very solid comic inspired both aesthetically and mechanically suit for this character. And a lot of that has to do with a lot of mistakes being made on both the studio end, some of the talent. We don't need to get into that. We've talked about it a little bit here on Bay 12. I don't need to rant about that today. So anyway, here is the Flash. Like I said, he looks awesome. You've got some cool artwork of him there on the back, just running as the Flash does. And that's pretty much it for the packaging. And here he is out of the packaging. And yeah, this is a very, very solid Flash design. The suit looks awesome. I love all of the gold highlights. The classic Flash logo looks really good on the chest. I like how the bolts that are on the side of his head aren't just like on that little round bit and just like kind of sticking off to the side. I like how they're just part of the mask and just come up off of it towards the back. I really, really like this suit design. It's a very good Flash suit. It's a very good design. And down on the boots, you got these really cool gold patterns and textures and bits that look really awesome too. This is a solid Flash figure. This is a solid Flash suit design. Fully articulated, head is on a ball joint, fully articulated shoulders. You've got those inner socket joints, upper bicep, double jointed elbows, wrist joints, both upper and lower torso. Not really much of anything in upper thigh articulation, double jointed knees, ankles, and toe joints at the middle of the foot. And that's pretty much it for articulation. He also comes with some really cool lightning, speed force effects. Now, these ones don't peg on. These ones just are, molded plastic. They just fit on in various spots or places where you can get them to squeeze on the figure tightly enough. That's a good one right there. That one's not too bad. Maybe a little bit up on the arm. There we go. So you can put those in different places and have him posed out doing his little speed force thing. And yeah, overall, a really good Flash figure, a really cool suit design. Again, despite how I feel about Ezra Miller, I gotta say, this is a really cool Flash design. Now, if we can get another really awesome actor who can play the character well to fit in a suit like this, even better. But for now, this figure's awesome. I really dig it, and I love this suit. I really do love this suit. This might be, as far as just a regular classic Barry Allen Flash suit, this might be one of my favorites, if not my favorite suit design for him. Before we move on to the next figure, we do have his data profile card. So there is once again that awesome artwork that was on the back of the box, words and things on the back of the card. Real name, Barry Allen. After an accident empowered Barry Allen with the gift of superhuman speed, the young scientist quickly became one of the Earth's most heroic defenders, the Flash. As part of the Justice League, Barry has continued to explore the limits of his powers while trying to outrun the events of his childhood. When he discovers that he has the ability to manipulate time, the fastest man alive races back to a pivotal moment in his past, only to change the future in a multiverse of ways that he could have never imagined. And yeah, in case you haven't put it together yet, The Flash is a Flashpoint style story. It is not the Flashpoint story. So in case that's what you're expecting with this, it's a little different. It's an all-new take, a more cinematic take on it, and it's pretty cool. The movie was awesome. I really liked it personally. If you haven't watched it yet, I recommend you check it out. It's actually very good. And like I said in my spoiler-free review, if you haven't watched that, I'll go ahead and throw a link down in the description below for that as well. Keaton stole the show. Keaton was so fantastic. If you're going to see it for any one reason, it should definitely be Keaton. But also, the movie's really good. Not going to lie. Next up, we've got Other Barry. So here is the Flash in the upcoming The Flash film. So the other Barry that we see in the trailers, this is the suit he puts on. So it's really cool. He puts together a new Flash suit using some old Batman suits in the Batcave, as you can see as displayed with this figure, also seen in the trailer. So nothing really spoiled there, which in that case, sorry for spoiling that for you. So there he is in the packaging. He looks pretty cool. Not a bad suit design. On the back, there's some artwork of the figure, and that's pretty much it for the packaging. And here we have the other Flash in the upcoming. And here we have the other Flash in the new The Flash movie. That's right. Like I said, in the trailer, there's 2 Barrys, and in the movie, there is 2 Barrys. And both of them have the powers of the Flash, and both of them have to have their own suit, and they both can't necessarily wear and share the same suit throughout the whole movie. So while they're hanging out with old Brucey boy, well, he makes his own Flash suit. And I really like the ingenuity here. It's actually pretty well done. I also like how he, put this tape here to give him some more Flash looking details there. And that is also very movie accurate. I gotta say though, the face sculpt on this one is not as good as this one. The likeness is very much better on the classic Barry here. But that aside, I really do like this figure. I feel it conveys the story of what happened with this other Barry and him putting together this suit really well. It looks very good. Like I said, it's very screen accurate. You even have the shaved down bat ears because he is using a Batman cowl as well. I mean, if you look at the chest, he just painted it over with red and then added the signature lightning bolt to the chest, which was very cool. And the sequence in which this is done in the movie is also pretty cool to watch as well, because we actually do get to watch him put the suit together, which very cool. So a very well done figure, not bad. Is it the best looking Flash suit? Absolutely not. But this is a great representation of what this Flash suit is, because I don't think it was ever intended to be like, hey, this is a really great Flash suit, because it wasn't. It was just a really cool, creative way to come up with a suit on the fly for this other Barry in The Flash. He also comes with some really cool lightning, speed, force effects. Honestly, I like the ones that came with this Flash more than the other one. Like, don't get me wrong, I like these. These are still cool, but I like these thicker ones and these more whooshing looking ones. These ones look more like he's running. than these ones do to me. The lightning is definitely thicker and it looks really cool. And just like with the other one, you can put these in various places on the figure. Just get them to find a good spot for it to, hug a leg or hug an arm. And you can mix and match. There's nothing saying that if you get all of these figures or both of these figures that you can't do some combination of the thick and, thin lightning going. Nothing saying you can't do that at all. And there's nothing saying you can't put these on the other Barry, which I think a combination of the two looks even better, honestly, in my opinion. Other Flash is fully articulated despite having this cowl here. Head is on a ball joint at the bottom of the neck, at the base of the neck here at the torso, which is kind of interesting. Fully articulated shoulders, upper bicep, double jointed elbows, wrist joints. Upper torso, lower waist, hips. He also doesn't really have any upper thigh joint, double jointed knees, ankles, and toe joints. And here is other Barry's data profile card. So there's the artwork of Barry on the front. There's the words and things on the back. Real name, Barry Allen. And an alternate 2013 created by time-traveling Barry Allen. Teenage young Barry has grown up carefree with the support of both of his parents, but is yet to experience the events that will transform him into the Flash. Full of excitement and wonder at the arrival of his older self visiting from 2022, young Barry is eager to discover whether he is able to gain the very same powers and become a superhero in his own right. Which, obviously, he does, right? Because why would he just make a Flash suit if he doesn't get the powers, right? Alright, let's go ahead. We'll do the other Flash real quick. The Dark Flash, one of the antagonists of this film. He looks really cool. I really like this mutilated and dark, like cloaked in darkness look on this Flash. And we've talked about other Flashes and Dark Flashes. I will say, without giving anything away about this particular Flash, it's a little bit different than the concept of the Dark Flash as we know it from the comics. And that's all I'm going to say. I'm not going to get into why it's different or how it's different. I'm not even going to explain the concept of the comic book Flash in case you don't already know, or in case you do know. That way I don't give anything away or accidentally spoil something for you. All I'm going to say is it's a little different from the Dark Flash concept as we already know it. So there you go. So anyway, there he is in the packaging. He looks really cool. Artwork on the back. I really like this style of artwork that the Todd Father started doing for the Flash film on the back of these figures. I like it a little bit more. I like it a lot more than just taking a picture of the figure with like a cool backdrop. Like, don't get me wrong. I like that. That's really cool, very artistic. But I definitely prefer this. Now, I don't necessarily prefer this in place of comic book panel artwork or artwork from the actual comic book artist for the comic book based characters, but for cinematic figures, this is definitely way cooler. Either this or, the actual image of the actual actor or actress respectively in costume. And here is the Dark Flash out of the packaging, and this is an awesome, awesome looking figure. Dark Flash was a really cool antagonist in this film, and honestly, this is probably my favorite take on the Dark Flash, especially design-wise. I don't know if I like the concept more. I like this concept of Dark Flash. I kind of wish they would have labeled it something different because, like I said, it's very different from the Dark Flash concept as we know it from the comics, which is typical of a cinematic film. Usually they deviate and take their own spin and change it a little bit to their own flavor, which is not a problem. But what it turned into was a really, really cool design. This Dark Flash, which looks like it's just like cloaked and detritus and darkness, is very, very cool looking. I like how we kind of still have a Flash lightning bolt symbol here, but it's made of maybe energy or some kind of damage or wound or something, which also looks very cool. I like the facial expression there, where it looks like he's just like shouting or roaring or just angry and chasing. I mean, he's got to be careful running like that because, you know, he's bound to catch some flies or two. But yeah, I love the overall design of this. I love the suit textures. As far as screen accuracy goes, it's actually pretty screen accurate as it appears in the movie. I wish it would have came with some effects much like the other Flashes do, but maybe in like a dark translucent purple or some kind of other dark speed force energy looking effect, just to kind of go along with this, because unfortunately this figure doesn't come with any accessories at all. Granted, it's still a really cool figure and it's a very, very cool design. Just like the other figures, this guy is fully articulated. Head is on a ball joint, fully articulated shoulders. However, these soft rubbery plastic shoulder pads with all of his debris and spikes and stuff does get in the way and hinder his range of motion a bit. He does have those inner socket joints. He does have upper bicep, double jointed elbows, wrist joints, upper torso and lower waist, hips, double jointed knees, ankle joints, and toe joints. And here is his data profile card. And I did go ahead and read ahead. Usually I read these on the spot, but I wanted to read ahead on this one just to ensure that this didn't give out any major film spoilers. It doesn't, so that's good too. So there's the back of the card with some words and things on it. Real name, unknown. As he pushes the boundaries of his powers, Barry Allen encounters a mysterious and terrifying vision amidst the Speed Force. Something or someone is seemingly using the abilities of the Flash for nefarious purposes. There you go. So yeah, not a bad description. Doesn't really give anything away, which is nice because, like I said, I'm doing the best I can with this review not to spoil anything for the film, because you should go see it yourself and see what you think. I mean, with my honest reaction to it was, I went in looking for something to just really write it off, because honestly I didn't want to like this film. I was excited for it because of Michael Keaton, and it's really great, especially because of Michael Keaton, but I really wanted to find some excuse to just write this film off, and honestly I couldn't. I really couldn't. So go check it out. It is good. And we'll go ahead and do Batfleck next. So here is Batman, the Snyderverse Batman played by Ben Affleck. And overall, pretty cool figure, pretty cool depiction of Batman. The suit isn't super screen accurate from what I recall. The colors on the screen is not solid black. It's not a solid black suit in the movie, so I thought that was kind of interesting. Or maybe just the lighting was weird, and it made it look like it wasn't solid black. To me, the suit doesn't look like it's solid black. To me, it looks like it was gray with a black symbol and a blue cowl, like a dark blue cowl. That's how it looked to me. Maybe that's not the case. I'm not sure. I'll have to go see the movie again, I guess. But here it is in the packaging. This suit does look really cool. This Batman is very cool. There's some artwork on the back. Now, just real quick, Ben Affleck Batman, he's in it. He's awesome. He does some really cool action. He's not in the movie for very long because if you're not familiar with the Flashpoint story, well, he time travels. So he's in the beginning, he's in the beginning of the movie for the opening action stuff, as is typical with a Flashpoint story, and then Flash does his Flashpoint thing, and then, we do the Flashpoint story. So if you're going to this movie expecting to see a lot of Ben Affleck, you do see a good amount of Ben Affleck at the beginning of the film, but he's not in it after that, just so you know. Here is the Batfleck figure out of the packaging, and I gotta say, this is a really awesome Batfleck figure. This might be my favorite Batfleck suit design so far. This is really cool. It's kind of like the Batfleck suit design meets the Batsuit from Batman Arkham Knight a little bit. There's definitely some inspiration from that. At least it looks like it to me. I don't know if that was intentional or not, But yeah, this is a really cool take on this Batsuit design. I like it a lot. He, of course, does come with cloth goods. That's so you could also put him in the Batmobile or Batwing if you want. And then, of course, there's the Bat Cycle that came out for this line because he does have the Bat Bike in the movie. So that's really cool, too. Stay tuned for that review. We will be doing it sometime in the near future. So here he is. He looks great. Although, I don't know if maybe we just got a bad copy with an error, or maybe they just tried to make it look like he was squinting real hard, because if you look at his eyes, he doesn't really have any eyes. Where's Batman's eyes? Is he supposed to be the Bat of Hell's Kitchen? No, he's not. He's not blind as a bat in the Flash. He does have eyes in the Flash. So, yeah, I don't know what's going on. There's looks like a little bit of paint on there, but not really much of any. Not really much of any. So, yeah. The eyes are a little wonky on this one. It's not that they're looking in multiple different directions or anything weird like that, or, doing the weird side eye. I'd rather have the side eye versus no eye, personally, but that's just me. He is fully articulated. Head is on a ball joint. Fully articulated shoulders. You got those good inner socket joints. Upper bicep, double elbow joints, wrist joints. Upper torso, lower waist, hips, upper thigh this time. We got an upper thigh joint on this Batman. Double jointed knees, ankle joints, and toe joints. And then once again, cloth goods on the cape. Todd Father, keep doing this. I talked about it in the Keaton reviews, but I'm done to talk about it again here. Keep doing this. This is so much better than the soft rubbery plastic capes that you guys have been doing. This is so much better. Please, Todd Father, keep doing this. I know we've had other Batman figures announced since these, and so far pretty much all of them, from what I can see or what I can tell, all have soft rubbery plastic capes again. Please don't go back. Don't go back to the soft rubbery plastic capes. I don't like them. I'm just going to be blunt and honest. I don't like them. Not even a little bit. Especially knowing that this is an option now. I really don't like them. I like them even less now that I know that we're capable of getting this. So please, cloth goods capes. Cloth goods capes from now on. That's what it's got to be. It's so much better. So much better. He does come with a pair of swappable fists, and that's it for his accessories. Here is his data profile card. Words and things on the back. Real name, Bruce Wayne. Under the guise of masked vigilante Batman, billionaire Bruce Wayne has not only stepped out of the shadows to become the reluctant leader of the Justice League, but is also a friend and mentor to teammate Barry Allen. Having experienced loss on personal, local, and global fronts, Bruce is a source of unparalleled knowledge and understanding to the Flash in his superhero journey. And last and certainly not least, here we have Kara, Supergirl from the Flash. On the back, you've got some awesome artwork of her. And that's pretty much it for the packaging. Here is Supergirl. I gotta say, the character in this film that surprised me the most in terms of expectations was definitely Supergirl, because I did not have high expectations for this portrayal of Supergirl. It appeared to be a pretty non-traditional take on the character of Supergirl. We've had this established cinematic universe for a while now with Henry Cavill as Superman, and this is supposed to somehow fit within the same vein as that, and let's be honest here, pretty much nothing is really going to live up to the bar that Henry Cavill set as Superman. Now, I know there's probably a lot of you watching who would say, well, Christopher Reeve set the bar, and sure, in a lot of cases he did set the bar as what it means to be Superman, but in my opinion, Henry Cavill surpassed that very quickly. Henry Cavill, when I think of Superman, I think of Henry Cavill. And that includes any comic book or animated iteration of the character. When I think Superman, Henry Cavill is the face I see because he's such a good guy. He is such a good guy, and he looks like Superman. He really does. And then that's basically this actress, this new actress. Personally, I'd never heard of this actress. Her name is Sasha Calle or Callie. I apologize if I'm butchering that name. And this is a great example. This actress, this portrayal of Supergirl is a very great example of a very simple and life lesson that many people usually learn early on and should probably stick with. It's called "Don't judge a book by its cover." You may have heard this phrase. It's a very common phrase, and what it ultimately means is just because something looks a certain way doesn't mean you should expect it to be that certain way. And I'm not going to get into the expectations I had. They weren't necessarily negative. They just weren't necessarily positive or high expectations. She definitely surpassed my expectations. This was a very, very good portrayal of Kara, of Supergirl. And Sasha did a fantastic job, in my opinion. So here she is. The figure looks really good. Not a bad likeness, not the best likeness in this set of figures. I just gave praise for Cloth Goods capes in this set for the Batman figures. And then here we go with what I don't like, the soft rubbery plastic cape. And yeah, come on, Todd Fowler. How could you have done so great by Batman and then did this to my girl Supergirl here? Come on. We could have done better than this right here. We know we could have done better. This figure definitely would have, I think, shined a lot better with a more proper cape than this. Yeah, I don't like these. Don't like these capes. Now that I know that there's a better option and that we're capable of doing it, we should do that better option every time. Not just when it suits putting Batman in a Batmobile or a Batwing, okay? So anyway, that aside, the cape does still look cool. The capes usually still look pretty cool. It just looks better in cloth. We all know it looks better in cloth. The overall suit design, very suit accurate and a very good take and spin on Henry Cavill's suit design. Translated over to Kara, I think it translated very well. She does come with a pair of swappable hands. She is packaged with her right hand as a fist and her left hand open, and she does come with the opposites for both hands. So you get a pair of fists and a pair of open hands, so you can do some cool different Supergirl poses that way. She has fully articulated head is on a ball joint, fully articulated shoulders, inner socket joints, upper bicep, double jointed elbows, wrist joints, upper torso, lower waist, hips, not really much of an upper thigh joint at all, double jointed knees, ankle joints, and toe joints as well. She does come with one of those awesome flight stands, like some of the other Superman figures that have been previously released in the DC Multiverse line, as well as some of the other characters that are known for flight. And here is her data profile card with that awesome Supergirl artwork on the front. Words and things on the back. Real name, Kara Zor-El, languishing in the bowels of what appears to be a derelict military base. The severely weakened alien Kara Zor-El has been hidden away from the world by those in fear of her colossal power. A daring rescue mission revives the Kryptonian, but it remains to be seen if Kara will have the strength to join forces with Barry Allen and become the superhero the world needs. Supergirl. Yeah, that was a pretty cool bio. Not to spoil anything, and luckily that didn't spoil anything either. The military base that she is in, we do know the nationality of who is holding her, so it's a really cool and interesting take and twist on the Superman and Supergirl concepts. Now, if you know, you know, and if you don't know, go see the movie. Again, I don't really want to spoil anything for you, and a lot of the ways they portray some of these characters and introduce these characters is very cool in the way they merge some of the concepts from some of these characters. And again, I know I'm being very vague, but like I said, I don't really want to spoil anything for you. Overall, this was a really good set of figures. I can't wait to review the rest of the vehicles as well. Again, if you haven't watched our Michael Keaton review, even though they did send us a Michael Keaton Batman in this box, we've already opened it up and reviewed it. So go back, click down in the link down below if you'd like. It is in the description for that Batman figure review, as well as a link for our spoiler-free Flash review in case you're interested in knowing what we thought about the new The Flash film. Overall, like I said, the figures are really good. I really like them. Wish Kara had a better cape. Wish Batman here had eyes. And I wish this guy had his own Flash Lightning Speed Force effects to go with him. That said, pretty solid wave in my opinion from a pretty solid movie that I honestly had somewhat low expectations for and was very pleasantly surprised. I really hope we get a Zod figure. Really hope we get a Zod figure from this. That would be very, very cool. Stay tuned for more Batman reviews, and once again, a special thank you to our friends at Entertainment Earth for sending us this case of figures to review for your viewing pleasure. Make sure you guys check out Entertainment Earth. There will be a link in the description down below as well to Entertainment Earth. They have all kinds of awesome collectibles and toys for you to order at your convenience, and usually their shipping is very much on point for you sealed collectors out there. Like and subscribe, follow us on social media, stay tuned for more like I said, and if you're looking for some awesome DC Multiverse figures in person, come by our store inside Order 66 Multiverse in the Shops at Willow Bend Mall in Plano, Texas. We'll see you guys later. We'll see you another time. Same bad time, same bad channel. Or is it a different bad time?
That's it, man. Game over, man. It's game